So let's talk about detachment. Detachment is a subject that is vast. The whole spiritual life, in a way, is about attaining detachment. Like yoga, for example, is about attaining detachment from the mind and the body, from the complete mind-body organism. So if you attain complete detachment from the mind-body organism, you have succeeded at yoga. You could say that basically there are 5 things from which you need to learn to detach yourself, and they are called the mental objects, and they are emotions, thoughts, drives, including desires, goals, expectations, then beliefs about me and about the world, and finally sensations. These 5 mental objects need to be seen as not me, not you. So where are you? Doesn't matter. You don't need to understand what are you. You need to understand that you are not these things. That's attaining that detachment and that realization that you are not these 5 mental objects. It's enough. You don't need to decide or define who are you. It's enough to know what you are not. But anyway, if you want to go into trying to understand where you are, you could say, I am that which is seeing the mental objects. So you could be awareness or consciousness in this case. If you want to do that, that's okay. But ideally, awakening is more around this. There is no one here. That's it. You also need to see that these mental objects are not your mental objects. When we say my emotions, you are saying I am the owner of these emotions, and you are creating an I there. And you are creating identification. When you say my thoughts, same thing. When you say my drives, my goals, my desires, that's creating identification. So detachment is, these things are here in the mind-body organism, but they are not mine. They just are. The I cannot be found in your own experience. Try as hard as you want. You will never find it. But if you say my, the word my, then you are assuming that the I is real. And that leads you into identification with that object, as well as the unawakened state where you believe that you are an I, meaning a being inside here that is me, right? A spiritual being or whatever, that is me. And it's not so. There is awareness here inside, same as in your mind-body organism, so to speak. There's awareness, but it's completely undifferentiated, meaning it has nothing special. It's like the still water. The still water is the still water independent of the containers. Same thing. Awareness is awareness independent whether awareness is seen through this particular organ of sensory perception, this mind-body organism, or through any other organ of sensory perception, like it could be an amoeba, right? So awareness is completely undifferentiated. But one aspect of detachment that is challenging for us usually is to become detached from our drives, our desires and plans and expectations, goals. So how we do that? Obviously, we need desires, we need goals in life in order to function, needs. There are bodily needs that obviously will continue functioning, and they are necessary. We need goals in order to feel motivated to stay here. Otherwise, we feel like perhaps even depressed and wanting to live life. So what we can do to detach ourselves from these things? They will continue being here in the mind, but we need to detach ourselves from them. So first of all, you say these drives are not my drives. These are the drives that are being manifested in this mind-body organism. You don't own them. And then, yes, the mind-body organism will follow those drives and will fight to attain those goals. But you don't recognize them as my drives. You say, they are the drives that the universe is manifesting in this mind-body organism. That's it. Second, when you teach the mind-body organism to have a healthy relationship with these drives. So you talk to the mind-body organism, you as awareness, so to speak. You tell the organism, it's okay to want to have something, but if at the end of your efforts it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, fine. To have detachment in regard to the result of our efforts is very valuable, so that we can work at peace, not being concerned about the results. So the mind will tell you, I have to get what I want. I have to get this. I have to get this. And you talk to the mind and say, no, it's okay to try to get it. It's okay to have the drive. But if it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, that's okay too. So that you stay detached, or you teach the organism to stay detached from the outcome. It's very valuable because the organism then will be more free. If the position is, I have to get what I want, I have to get what I want, suffering will come sooner or later. Another way to express this is you keep the preference and you release the expectation. What that means is, obviously you have a preference. Let's say you have a goal and you're working hard to attain that goal. So you keep the preference. Great, it would be great if this happens. And you relinquish the expectation. You release the expectation. Well, if it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, it's okay too. So practicing detachment, teaching detachment to the mind-body organism, reprogramming the mind-body organism to stay detached is extremely valuable to prevent suffering. Awakening is the seeing that you're not the ego or the person, that you're not the I, that the I is also a concept. Once the awakening happens, still you may have to deal with the expectations. To teach the organism to release the expectations. So in a way, this aspect of the path is about embodiment, is embodying the awakening. Because you as awareness or as consciousness, you're free already. Free from all expectations. You don't need anything to happen in one way or the other. But the mind-body organism is set on its programs. And then you need to embody the wisdom of consciousness into the human body. That's embodiment. The mind-body organism needs to learn to live in detachment.